Henrik, welcome to the Founders and Builders podcast, live from Slush.
Thanks for having me. It's fantastic to be here.
So we met all of about 15 minutes ago because you just raised an awesome pre-seed round for your company, Vorker. So tell us about the company and tell us about that experience.
Yeah, so I'm a solo founder. Been working on the product for over a year. And as you said, we just secured our pre-seed around 700k euro. I'm thrilled that this has finally closed. We're done with it. And we can finally focus on what we want to do. Can finally focus on the product. We're scaling the team. We're discussing go-to-market strategies, being creative. It's fantastic to be done with fundraising.
For somebody that hasn't come across Vorker before, give us the pitch.
So it's an AI coworker, but it's tailored for very small businesses. And when I say small, I don't say SMB, I say 1 to 10 employees, and they have to be B2B. And that's the niche. We don't have a more narrow ICP than that. And what we're doing, we have a horizontal product. You can ask Vorker about just about anything. If you're familiar with the concept, it's a deep AI agent. So
what does that mean, a deep AI agent?
So yeah, there's so many buzzwords going around and they're changing meaning. But a deep AI agent is basically one way of looking at it is that it's an agent, has tools, right? But it also has sub-agents, so we can call upon for specific things like draft an email might be a sub-agent that's specialized on that, or create a design with our brand voice, also a sub-agent. But it also has a file system, so it has access to read and create files, memory, and so on. So that is if you have all that, you can call yourself a deep AI agent. So Cursor, for example, Manus are examples of deep AI agents.
And on the back end, are you training your own models, or you're taking off the shelf, pulling down from the API, and you're building like a software UI around it?
Yeah, exactly. We're using the models that exist today. We don't see any point in training our own models. I mean, look what happened yesterday. Gemini 3 dropped. So I can basically swap a string in my backend, and everything will be 30% better. So that is much better for us because we're focusing on the application layer. And in the long run, yes, we might have smaller models which are specific for certain tasks. But there are also providers for that. But that might be in the long run something that we will focus on.
Now, I'd love to go into the kind of, other than just augmenting these small 1 to 10 people businesses, with AI and with Vorker, what specifically can you help them do? Are you helping them save time, reduce admin, low value overhead? How should I think about it as a customer?
So you should think about what is the future going to look like. We already know about vibe coding. So anyone can become a web developer, right? And that race is ongoing. I mean, Google released, what do they call the new tool? Anti-gravity or something?
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, yesterday or something, to compete with Lovable. It's a huge market pool, right? And that race is ongoing. But the next race, in my opinion, it's an obvious one. It's with AI coworkers or virtual agents, employees, and so on. And it's a huge market. And the idea is that our vision is that we want everyone to be able to become a successful entrepreneur. If you're good at something, then that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be good at running a company for it. Because you might have an idea that you're going to only do that thing, but running a successful business means that you also have to focus on financials, bookkeeping, sales, H&R, marketing, and all of the above. And that is exactly what we're doing. We're delivering or giving the small business people an AI coworker, which is cheap, low effort, and good enough to do so many tasks that will make your life easier so you can focus on the actual value of the company. So it's in a sense, it's automation, but it's not only reactive. So many of the platforms you might have used today, have you used, what tools have you used?
Bit of Cursor, bit of Claude Code. I can't say I've used any AI agents to replace like full workflows that I do, but it's more like giving me information.
You can ask it, for example, can you every week or every Monday send a cold outreach message to 10 new customers? Can you create LinkedIn post with a really nice design and post it to my company page on LinkedIn? Can you write a contract or an invoice and send that for signature? All of these tasks you can ask it, and much more complicated ones to like do that and then that and then that. But we have built the backend and the powers worker with the thing we already know what the small business people might ask. Right. So we built that in. But on top of that, you can add all your integrations. You can add your Gmail, you can add your calendar, you can add whatever you want. So we're connected with partners for integrations. So in a few weeks, we're launching our closed beta. And what we're doing right now, you can connect to a lot of integrations, but Zapier is well known, right?
Sure. And I was just about to mention N8N, famous German company workflows.
But they also provide tooling for companies like ours. And then by using that in the sense that we will use it, you will be able to connect to thousands of integrations. And that's important because we are scaling in, for example, Europe, and there are many regional integrations or companies that we need to be able to integrate with, and we can't do it all. So
one of the things I'm super passionate about with the Founders and Builders podcast is how can we use this as a platform to help you grow your business faster, right? So given that you just closed this amazing 700,000 euro pre-seed round just recently, when? A few weeks ago?
Yeah.
Congrats on that, by the way.
Thanks. I'm really happy.
One of the things that you mentioned is you're looking to hire awesome engineers, awesome people to join the team. What would your message to them be?
So, I mean, a company is only as good as its employees. And we are really looking for really talented and ambitious and passionate people to do this journey with us, because we want to completely change how small business run in the future. We see that all companies, especially small companies, will be AI hybrids. And the future is written in stone. Like, you will have AI coworkers run the business with you. And if that's something that motivates you, that you want to be part of that, then you should apply to work with us. We have a really fun application process where we have, like, in order to get an email to send to, and you also get a secret code. You have to trick an AI on our webpage to give you that code, and it's not gonna. It has like instructions to not give the code. So you have to do that first in order to get through the first filter.
That reminds me, actually, one of my friends who raised his seed round recently, he said when he was younger, he was hacking around on Google trying to do a bunch of stuff with, like, trying to get the early versions of neural networks to work. And he couldn't figure out how to do backpropagation or something particular for his use case. Mm-hmm. And after about 10 Google searches, like trying to filter down, there was this pop-up, like the screen went green, and there was this pop-up that said, "We are Google, like, basically, we've seen that your search history is like going down the rabbit hole of these neural nets. We're hiring for machine learning researchers. Would you be interested?" And I was like, "No way, that's not real." And he showed me, because he took a picture.
Wow, I love that.
So what's the worker edition of this? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's trick the AI. So you have to be a bit clever.
Henrik, you've recently raised that round. I want to go back to, like, if you could speak with yourself 3 or 4 months ago, because a lot of the people watching the show are first-time founders. They don't really know where they should focus if they think about raising capital. So, and this was your first time, right? You'd never done this before. What were the learnings? What did you do well? What could you improve for next time?
Well, what I've learned is that it's really hard to fundraise as a solo founder when you're also doing a horizontal product. That those two things the investors don't particularly like.
Yeah, and by horizontal product, you mean?
Like Worker, what we're selling, what I'm telling you is like an AI coworker, right? And then I leave you to fill in the gaps, what it can do. I'm not saying exactly, I'm not pitching in the sales pitch what exactly it's doing. It's not best at la la la. And we are doing so many things in that sense, we're a horizontal product. But basically, fundraising is hard if you're a solo founder, but it's possible because I just proved that it was possible. But it takes more time. You have to have really good relationships with the ones who are investing. And if you think you can go to the big VC firms, you have to really like dazzle them in a way that's unseen. If you're doing a solo founder for this kind of product. And it takes a lot of time to do fundraising. And when you discuss with them, they love my background, they love what we're doing, but then they go to like, okay, how much traction do you have? Like, what are the users?
Show me the revenue curve.
Yeah, you go into that rabbit hole. You go like, yeah, we pre-revenue and so on. So it's gonna take a lot of your time, and sometimes it's better to just skip all that. Just build an MVP and get prove that people have used it. That speaks much more than a PowerPoint. And if you're a solo founder, for example, that would be the way to go. You would skip that and just build a product to get traction, because you have more to stand on.
Classic investor question. Okay, you've raised this money, great. Where are you focusing for the next 6 months, and why?
So we're doing this closed beta, and then our ambition, very optimistic, is that we have our open beta before Christmas, and that's going to be a huge thing. And in about 6 months' time or more, end of spring, we're looking to secure a seed round. So we're hoping that we can use this money that we have efficiently and fast, because we are moving fast. And that's also a message for people wanting to join. They need to be able to move fast. So we're just putting all our efforts in traction and product. Yeah. So it's really nice also to be at Slush, and then you're not fundraising. So
Henrik, thank you for the time. Pleasure to have you on, and see you at Slush next year.